Ciao Juventini and welcome back to the All Juve Cast channel, of course brought to you by Striped Hearts Apparel. And yeah, the news is picking up on players, transfers, guys Juventus is looking to use for the new project. And of course, the news is that Pirlo has been on the phone contacting players that he believes should no longer be a part of the project. And as far as the rumors already, well, let's go through them. You've got a return of Alvaro Morata being a number 9. Now, while originally dismissed, the likes of Jimenez, Milik, Lacazette, those all still remain, apparently. All right. And now you've got into the mix, of course, Zaniolo, Tonali staying there. However, as recently as today, saying that Juve is not in on Tonali. Obviously, upsetting many Juventini as he would be a great addition, as would Zaniolo. But now you have reports that Luis Alberto is kind of in Pirlo's radar. Locatelli still, as well as Rodrigo Di Paul. To be honest, trying to deal with Lazio and Lotito to pick up Luis Alberto, I don't see it. I heard that he's got a really, really low release clause, but I remember back in the winter, Lazio was talking on contract renewal with Luis Alberto, and I would fully expect that something's going to get sealed there, and that would drastically increase the release clause. So I'm not so sure on that one. I think realistically for Juve, we will be looking between Locatelli and Di Paul. And I think either one of them would be a great addition. A lot of fans still writing off Rodrigo Di Paul, but I'm telling you, if you watch the guy play, he's really got it all. And under a guy like Pirlo, I would be actually very excited to see him, as well as Manuel Locatelli, grow with Pirlo at the helm. So, yeah, there's going to be a lot of transfer rumors and whatnot out of here. But the one thing that remains constant is we need to move players. There has been a recent list of rough evaluations on players that we see need to go. Now, the only issue is, and I've been saying this for a while, financially, you will not get what you're after as far as evaluation. Okay, let's go down the list of some of these people. Mattia Pedin, 8 million euros. You know what? He's actually pretty close. And there was rumors yesterday about a possible swap deal involving Pedin and Gosens with a little bit of money coming from Juventus to make that deal. I would be all over that. I know that a lot of people are skeptical on Gasparini's players when they leave his system and whatnot. And of course, they play a different style, not a true 4 in the back as Juve. However, I would take that chance all day long because it's very, very minimal capital that Juve is putting into it. And Gosens is only 26 years old. Okay. What that would also do is if we bring in Pellegrini back to the squad, you could sell Sandro, who still has value. It's just an option that's out there. Mattia De Sciglio, 9.5 million. Probably pretty close to that, to be honest. Rugani, 12 million euro. Pretty close. Romero, 13.5. Seems realistic. Pellegrini, 13.5. However, we'd be crazy to move him. And Romero. So Romero and Rugani are both on this list of evals, looking to move one of them. Romero should be the guy that stays, comes in, move Rugani. Khedira, 5.5 mil. It's shocking to say you might still not find a suitor. Unbelievable. Matuidi, 10.5 million. We saw how that ended up. Terminated contract yesterday. He's going to Inter Miami in the MLS. All we get is his contract off the books. Still great, but this is what I'm saying. Probably not going to see a lot of this amount of much. Danilo, 16 million euros. Bernardeschi, 28 million euros. Pretty close, actually. Still has a lot of suitors that would gladly entertain Bernardeschi. However, we've got other guys we should move before him. Douglas Costa, 24 million euros. probably could do it. And it's rumored that Man United is after him now. Okay, apparently everything fell through with Jadon Sancho there, and Man United wants to add Douglas Costa, jump all over it, take what you can, and the dream is still alive. If a swap there and bring Pogba back, who knows? Higuain, 25.5 million euros. Can't see it happening. Just can't see it happening. So while we get all pumped up, and we hear these rumors of players, Isco was one of them. But again, then rumored that Juve did not go in on Morata, did not go in on Isco, and hasn't been in on Tonali. So we're going to hear all sorts of things. But it remains the same. Juve needs to move the dead weight before acting. I think realistically, we will end up somewhere around Locatelli and Dybala. I would be ecstatic to see Tonali be one of these midfielders that joins, as well as Zaniolo, who's more of an attacking mid, but we will get two in the middle. It looks like we're going to get some backs as well, but it appears we're looking for that number 9. And it's a little bit concerning because we don't want to, I don't think we should push aside Dybala, but we're hearing a lot of things about Pirlo. We're hearing that he will adapt to the players we have. So the formation is still completely up in the air. We know he's talked about a 4-3-3, but he also says you have to adapt to the players you have. Also today, reading up on the fact that he is a fan of Dutch football, total football, and admires that, and that he studied De Zerbi and all his build-up play. And that is something he's looking to do. All for it. Very, very promising things we're hearing, which is great. However, I take it all with a grain of salt because I've heard a lot of positive things before, even as recently as last summer. And we saw that played out. So I wish Pirlo all the best. It's getting exciting. I'm still a big, big fan that the project is getting younger. Our average age is incredibly high. And yeah, I'm all for bringing in young talent, grooming them up, and again, that philosophy of total football. Exciting times ahead for Juve, I feel. We might have to suffer before we get there, but let's all get behind Pirlo. Let's see what he can do. But I'm just happy now we're finally seeing what needs to happen with the club and the roster. Something I've been saying for a long time on the podcast. Let's get fresh legs, younger guys in there. Another piece of news that kind of slipped under the radar, we've brought in the physical coach who's going to be part of Pirlo's staff, the trainer that was there during the first 2 or 3 seasons during this 9-year run. And if you think to this club recently, physically, we've just looked drained and whatnot. I know average age plays into that, but very, very interesting because during those years, part of it was Conte, but this was the physical trainer. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see what develops and see who else Pirlo ends up adding to the staff. So yeah, stay tuned. There's going to be a ton of news coming surrounding Juve and Pirlo daily. And don't forget, it's a very quick turnaround to the season. So see what happens. Forza Juve, Fino alla fine. Ciao.